Hi everyone, it's ridiculously gloomy outside, so that's why I might look like I don't have any hair because it's so dark, but today I was gonna do a video called the On Your Bookshelf tag, and I was tagged by Jessie the Reader, so let's do that. I'm hoping you've seen this around before because I'll probably describe this the wrong way, but it's pretty much where you get two sets of numbers, one of them being a shelf number, and the second one, the number of the book on that shelf. That made no sense, but you might get it in a second. My job is to find that book and then tell you about how I got it, or if I enjoyed it, or just the story behind that book, or something describing that book. I stole some numbers from Jessie's video, and then I have 10 shelves, so I added a couple more at the end that would accommodate the other ones I have, so let's just get on with it. The first number is shelf 5, book 8. So I already decided I'm going to be going like diagonal, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is right here. Book 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The book for 5-8 is Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I picked this up probably a year ago at Half Price Books, and I don't remember how much it was. I have long since removed the sticker, but I read this last year. I really enjoyed it. I think this is my favorite fantasy book so far. I don't read a lot of fantasy. There's my fantasy shelf, and half of it I haven't even read yet, so this one I really enjoyed. The next one is 2-4, which is way up there, so I need to stand up. Hold on a second. The book for shelf 2, number 4 is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I believe I got this off of Amazon after I read Delirium, because I loved Delirium at the time. It was still in hiatus or whatever, and I read this last year also, and I thought it was okay. I think I gave it 3 stars. I could be wrong, but yeah, it was just meh for me. The next number is shelf 3, book 12. Shelf 3 is my sci-fi shelf. I'll be right back. That book is The Adoration of Jenna Fox by Mary E. Pearson. Pearson? Pretty sure it's Pearson. My friend Tate read this book and then recommended it to me and was like, you need to read it. And so he lent me his copy. This is a copy that I picked up from Half Price Books just so I can have it on my shelf if I ever want to let anyone borrow this or reread it one day. So yeah, it was an okay book. I'm kind of regret buying it because I could have gotten something better with the money I spent on this, but the next number is shelf 1, book 8. It's up there again. This book is Perfect Chemistry by Simone Alcalez. I want to say I got this from Half Price Books. I did. I got this last March from Half Price Books, and ooh, reflection. My English teacher last year raved about this series, and so that kind of persuaded me to read it sooner, so I read it during the school year last year, but I didn't really like it that much. Like, it was okay. I don't really do well with bad boys in books. Like, this is about, like, a guy in a gang, and the whole time I was like, you're a criminal. I will not be continuing this series. The next number is 4, shelf 4, book 11. Oh, that's my favorite shelf. Let's see how this turns out. This book is Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. Ha! I picked this up at a Half Price Books annual blowout sale thing that they did in Dallas a long time ago, and I was feeling rather slumpish one night, so I was like, I need something short, so I chose the shortest book I have on my shelf, and I read it, and I loved it. It is like my biography, except I'm not a hippie, but it was so good. This moral, like, defines my life. I wish I would have read this as a kid. And for the numbers that I made up, we have shelf 10, book 7, which is all the way down here. Book 27 in the Magic Treehouse series, Thanksgiving on Thursday. It has honestly been so long since I've read these. I'm sure I've read all of them and I don't remember it, but this was my favorite series as a kid. I distinctly remember I would lock myself in my bathroom at night to read these, and so my mom wouldn't find me and tell me to go to sleep. So, I started rereading the first one in the series not too long ago, and I was just like, oh, the nostalgia. I definitely want to reread these, because these will take me like a half hour to reread. The words are so big, they're like 100 pages long, less than 100 pages, like 73 pages with like size 15 font, so I could read probably the whole series in like a day. The next number is shelf 9, book 14, which is, oh, do I have 14 books on that shelf? Oh, I should have thought this out more, because that shelf is like really empty. Okay. Book 14 on shelf 9 is Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson. I just bought this off Book Outlet. I really don't want to say so much because I'm going to be hauling these soon. You're just going to hear this repeated in a couple. I'm totally over there. Okay, better. And here it's a Peter Pan retelling, which, oh my god. A side note, on Once Upon a Time, I just watched Second Star to the Right last night and I was like, Peter Pan, I'm coming for you, but he never was there and I was like, gonna have to wait till season 3 now, I suppose. So yeah, Tiger Lily, it's so floppy. Okay, I need to stop. The next one is shelf 8, book 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I suppose, is this one? This is Predestined, which is the sequel to Existence by Abby Glines. It is a trilogy. I thought it was young adult, but then in the third book, we got a little bit new adult. My friend Abby recommended the first book to me and I liked it, so I bought this one. It was off of Amazon. I think I gave this like 4 stars. I really want to read Abby Glines' other books because this one was supernatural. I want to read her contemporary because I hear like the sea breeze thing. I don't know. I have this book by her, which I was sent, which is the second book in a different series of hers, so I really want to read this one. The next book is Shelf 7, Book 9. That book is the infamous City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Whenever I first saw this book, I was totally not willing to read it. I was like, demons? Huh. I had seen this book for a long time, and every time I was just like, oh, I wouldn't enjoy that. But then something happened. I don't remember what. Yes, my friend Tate, we were at Barnes & Noble, he convinced me to buy this, and I did. I read it, I liked it, I saw the movie, I loved the movie. So then I read the rest of the series, and I'm in love with it. Cannot wait until City of Heavenly Fire. Oh, such excite. Side note, if you want to see a City of Heavenly Fire predictions video, then that might be something fun to film. Let me know if you'd be interested. And the last one, finally, unintentionally, is 6 and 2, which kind of creates 62, which kind of makes me happy. 1, 2. Okay, this is fun. This book is Outlander by Diana, I used to say Gabaldon, but I know that's wrong now. Gabaldon, perhaps? I'm not sure. My world history teacher last year said this is her favorite book series, and she read like 3 of them in a week, even though they're like huge mass market paperback, tiny font size. And so she lent her copy to me and was like, please read this, it's so good. And I did, and I liked it. And so that was probably like 8 months ago, and just a couple of months ago I bought a copy for myself, and I also bought the sequel, which is not up there I don't think, but I own it somewhere. Someone commented on one of my videos a while ago like, you are too young to be reading that, and so I just thought that would be a funny comment to include as I talk about this book, you know. So if you would like to do this tag, I will leave several people to do it. I don't know who has done it and who has not, so if I tag you and you've already done it, I'm sorry. But feel free to use my numbers, feel free to make up your own. Until next time, thank you for watching. Thank you, Jessie, for tagging me. This has been fun. Can we just like collect these now so I can do a thumbnail? Behind the scenes on how to make a thumbnail. Here we go. Ready?
But first, let me take a selfie.
See you next time. Goodbye. Every time I wear winged eyeliner, I feel my inner Megan Olivier coming out. Like, is it just me?